Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Caitlin here from Florals.com, and today I am in a collaboration with Grace Islander, otherwise known as Anna, here on YouTube. And we're using the sketch I just showed you from Laura Whitaker, and I'm also using my stash kit that I made recently. If you haven't seen that, I'll have it linked down below. And I also have Anna's channel linked down below in case you want to go watch her layout and if you haven't seen it yet. We have a sketch we're working with, and we're also supposed to do a July 4th color scheme, red, white, and blue, but I ended up taking this a different route. I did orange and yellow. The red and blue just weren't sitting well when I looked at the photos I picked out, and I really had a great idea for this sketch, and I didn't want to change my photos last minute, so I'm using my stash kit, and I pulled out this pattern paper from that paper pad in that kit, and again, I'll have that video linked down below where I explain everything in my kit. And I also pulled out a cardstock piece from that super old kit that was the basis of my kit, if that makes sense. I'm combining old and new photos on this layout, and I know the sketch calls for 3 square photos, but I actually do 2 tiny photos. I don't know what size they are, 1x2 maybe, and then 1 4x6 photo. So that's what I'm working with. I did pull off this old and new theme here by using a photo of my brother and I at graduation, and then us at the same year. So I was originally going to do both kindergarten, but that was a lot more work than I wanted, so I just got both of us from the same year. So 2001 to 2017, which I thought was a fun range, which is also the title of the layout. It says 2001 to now, which I thought was cute. And I'm going to be using a bunch of chipboard on this layout, which is really fun. If you haven't heard, the Rediscover Your Stash challenge that used to happen is now a Facebook group with Sarah Scraps and Christina from Redefined Creative. And the monthly challenge or monthly focus this month is chipboard. So luckily my stash kit was already full of chipboard before I started. Since this is such an old kit with just some add-ons, essentially, I have a ton of chipboard. And I'd also like to apologize for the lighting. I do try to fix it later on, but there is a little bit of a gap with my lighting source, so it's a little bit annoying. So what I decided to do is I'm going to make the scallop my background paper and then use the light gray cardstock as the panel. The sketch has a nice horizontal panel where the photos lay on, so I thought I would mimic that. And here's where I try to fix the lighting. I use various things to cover up those little holes, like post-it notes and stuff like that, because my diffuser is not large enough. So I'm going to trim down this photo so I can use some 6x6 paper pads on it later. And that's how it's going to go. I'm going to put my 2001 picture on the left-hand side and then my brother's 2001 picture on his side. And then I'm going to cut this down. I think it's not 9 inches. It's like 4.5 by, well, it's less than, I have no idea what size I cut that. I thought I did, but I don't. Now I'm pulling out the 6x6 paper pad I included in my stash kit, which is relatively new to me. It's called Carnival by Collab, and it's just a bunch of really thin pattern papers, but I found it on Amazon, so I thought I might as well use it. And if you're interested in any of the products I used today, I will have them all linked down below if they're still available or easily locatable on the internet, just so you guys have easier access to that. This is one of those things I just threw in my cart. I think it was around $3 because I needed to get over the $25 threshold for the add-on item that I actually needed. It's always one of those things, isn't it? So I'm also going to use that orange paper that I just pulled out for a photo layer as a strip underneath my gray cardstock layer. So a great tip is if you're working with scraps, you can make longer layers by cutting it in half and then shoving it in on either side like I did here, so it looks like it goes all the way across, but it doesn't. Here's where the plan comes through for the chipboard. I have a bunch of chipboard stars and a bunch of chipboard crayons. I could not bring myself to use the glitter chipboard crayons. I wanted this layout to be cutesy, but not too cutesy, and the embellishments in this kit are very, very, very cutesy and cartoony, which isn't my usual style. I'm more of a graphic or sketchy design person. Does that make sense? Probably not. But there's that lighting again. Really love how the lighting keeps messing up, but that's okay. So I layered that on another sheet of 6x6 pattern paper, and this time it's a yellow pattern. So here's where I officially go with the orange and yellow route. I just like it better. There weren't a lot of blue or red stars in the kit. There were a couple, but I didn't want to outgrow my kit really quick there. So now I'm going to pull out a Project Life chipboard piece, which is just a little yellow tab. I thought that was a nice bright pop of yellow to add in there. And again, that's from the Project Life collection sticker pack. And I also pull out a Jelly Bean Soup hexagon, but I realized I need to start gluing stuff down before I forget. And at this point we have gone overboard with this sketch. There is a lot of embellishing on it. I do take a little bit of hints from their ideas, so the title was above the photo clusters in the original sketch, but I decided to put some of my title above that and also some below it. And they actually have their journaling below the photo section, which you can rewind if you'd like to see it. And I thought that was a really great way for me to put my second part of my title underneath there. So that's what I ended up doing. And then, like my other layouts, I always add washi tape on every single layout. It's a great way to challenge yourself to try to use either your washi tape in new ways or just think about using it more. I used, I think, only one strip on this layout. Oh wait, no, I did bring in the second yellow strip. The yellow strip is actually from Recollections, and the orange strip is from a brand called Alton. And I know that pack is still available. It's a multi-pack of a bunch of colors, and I'll have that link down below if I can still find it at the website that I'm thinking of that I purchased it on. So now I'm going to glue down this main paper section. I tried to center it. It is most definitely not centered, which is funny. As long as it was straight, I didn't really mind, but it's so off-center. But that's okay. And then I'm going to glue down my photos. I actually decide to put the two smaller photos on some foam adhesive, not foam adhesive, some fun foam. I don't buy foam adhesive because it's usually more expensive than just gluing it down yourself, so I just buy the fun foam from the dollar store or Walmart. It's not a lot of dimension, which is probably good, since my scrapbooks are always filled to the brim. I haven't filled a scrapbook in so long, and I have so many layouts to put away, and it's just getting very, very bad. So if you guys would like a live stream where I just put photo page or completed layouts in albums or something while I talk, that'd probably be the most productive live stream I could ever do. So let me know if you guys want to have a, I don't know, like a crafty catch-up chat, and maybe we can do that once the weather cools down. We do not have AC in my house, so crafting is one of those struggles, especially doing live videos. I have to close the windows so you can hear me, and I have to turn off the giant fan so you can hear me on the live audio, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm using these thickers to create the 2001, and then I'm going to use different thickers for the word now, both white thickers. I've been trying to do better, bigger, longer titles because, one, I have so many letter stickers and I need to start using them. Two, I want to buy more letter stickers eventually because I like different things. And three, I don't have a third one because I've lost my train of thought. But it's important to use your letter stickers, and longer titles just help tell a story more. So if you read it 2001 to now, and then you were to read the journaling, which I have not added yet but plan to, it could say 2001 to now, and then you could like, oh, okay, there's the introduction to what the page is about, and then I could do the journaling that reflects on that. You know what I mean? Here I'm digging through my treasure box that came with my kit, and I found some chipboard hearts. Like I said, lots and lots of chipboard on this layout. Since they're such smaller pieces, it is a lot easier to use them, I'm not going to lie. But I do have some layouts that use a lot of chipboard on my channel if you're interested, or if you're participating in the Facebook challenge this month. I can have a couple of those linked down below if I can find them, or if you're interested. I'll try to have all those videos I mentioned linked down below. And here's where I start gluing everything down that I've pulled out. And it's just coming together pretty easily. I know there's red on the layout right now, but I do pull in another piece of red later on just to help, you know, divide it out. So these are the thickers I went with for the word now, and I didn't have an N, so I had to make one out of an M. Very easy with this font at least, and I did have a W, which was good. So it says 2001 and then now, but I forgot the word to, so I need to find something to write that. I originally thought about doing these white Teresa Collins little tiny letter stickers, but I already ran out of T's, and those ones you cannot really make a letter out of another letter. So I go with these basic gray red ones, which is perfectly fine with me. I have a little shot of red right beneath it, kind of ties it in together, to be honest, so turned out fairly well, and I'm just going to use my tweezers to glue that into place. And I do add liquid glue onto the back of these. I've had several cardstock stickers fall off before. It's mainly little block letters, but I've also had it happen to a couple of regular letters as well. And now I'm gluing my little crayons down because it wouldn't be a cute school layout without some crayons. And I know this is a very schooly layout, and I don't necessarily mean it to be about school, but it's just about the time that's passed and how we've changed and all that. So you can see me gluing down those items now. There was a lot of fiddling with this layout, just a lot of fiddling, because I wanted it to be simple but also kiddie. Like, okay, 2001's like a very, I was in kindergarten in 2001, so my brother would have been in 4th grade, Yes. No, 3rd grade. So it's just a crazy amount of time that's passed between these sets of photos. So I just wanted to highlight that with this layout. And I'm starting to do that more and realizing that storytelling can be done in so many different ways, and it doesn't have to be one photo from one place in time. It doesn't have to be one photo of one person, or it doesn't have to be one event. It doesn't have to be about what's actually in the photo, if you know what I mean. Like, that's graduation, but it's not about graduation. So I hope this inspires you to do a now and then photo challenge, scrapbook page, whatever you want to call it. But if it does, please share with me what you create on Instagram or Facebook. Just send it to me in a message, and I'd love to look at it. To finish off this layout, I'm adding some puffy sticker hearts from Bella Boulevard, and then also enamel dots from my stash. I actually finished those off, which is really fun. I love completing things. I think I used all the orange and yellow ones from that collection, maybe. I also might do that off camera. I can't really remember. I do, however, finish the orange and yellow stickers, the little stars that I just set down from Pretty Little Studio. I did finish the orange and yellow ones off of there, which is really exciting. So I'm using up things slowly but surely. And again, all of this stuff is in my stash kit video if you have questions, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out Anna's video, because you'll definitely don't want to miss it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!